Hey everybody, this is Frank Lowe, and I'm coming on today just to talk to you guys about a few things that's on my mind and wondering what might be on your mind as well. The topic is really about thinking. We need to be thinking about what's going on around us, thinking about what we're going to have to do to make a difference with what's going on and what's going to happen to us. I believe that my shirt says it all. Right now, we're in a situation to where we have another pandemic coming down the pike. I guarantee it. And signs are already being shown. People are being told already to secure masks. It's affecting everybody flying around in airports and stuff like that, and transportation and first responders. They're all getting attacked already. And that I believe if everything keeps this momentum going by December, as early as December, we're going to be fully shackled again, and we're going to have our muzzles put back in place. So what are we going to do about that? What are we thinking about? Because, see, we're in a day and age, man, where sitting back and waiting for someone else to do stuff for us is over, okay? It's going to take you, and it's going to take me to get off our rear ends and start doing stuff. We're going to have to start pushing back, okay? That's what this is all about. We have an idiot side, the Democrats, or what I like to say is the criminals wearing the mask of Democrats. These criminals are depending on the fact that we won't do anything for ourselves. Okay, that's why it's these plans that they've been doing and almost executing have almost worked out perfectly. Okay, because we won't do anything. We piss and moan about the problems, but we don't react. We have to do more than complain. We have to stop showing each other what they've done wrong, and we have to start getting up. Even our so-called good guys, the ones in defense of us, they're not doing it, man. They're not, I don't know what they should be doing, but investigating every little thing and taking years to do it and stuff. Well, human life that's being taken just doesn't have that time frame, okay? These guys are killing people, as we know, from Hawaii and Maui. That was a deliberate fire. You can tell by satellite photos. You can see where the lasers hit down on the ground to ignite the fires. Okay, this was done to those people. Okay, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, although I know that I've been labeled that. I've been muffled by everybody I don't even know if you'll be able to see this video. Okay, this has been my third attempt. And if you're seeing it, great, but you should have seen my other ones. They were pretty cool. Anyway, what I'm saying is we need to change, okay? The day and age for us to wait for someone else to achieve one of the things that affect us, it's not going to happen, okay? If we want change, we need to make it, and we need to do it. Even the other day, I'm a Christian, okay? And I believe wholeheartedly in God, as my Father and my Savior, our Savior, okay? And I believe in the written word that He's given us. And I got news for you, man. If you don't believe the Bible, then you need to pull your head out of the sand, okay? Because the Bible is being depicted to us perfectly by the world around us. And I got news for you, man. For a world that doesn't want to believe in the written word and in God, they're doing a perfect replica of the written word. They're doing everything perfectly, word for word. And when you want to get to the basis of all these criminal acts and this evil that's going on in the world, it's not evil people. It's the evil behind the people that are operating them. And I can go on forever about how the enemy himself is giving evidence of a second coming. And that's what all this is about. This great reset and this new world order and all this stuff. Just for the icing on the cake, okay, let me ask you a question. If there's supposed to be a world order, then why are we putting together a world army? If the whole world is one and we're all singing Kumbaya, why do we need an army still? Okay, that's the enemy. Through his people, he's lying to them. He tells them that he hates everybody on earth, but he loves them. They're fools, okay, and they're buying into it. I don't know. Maybe they're not even being lied to that blatantly. Maybe it's I mean, it's totally greed and that kind of junk that makes them think that they're above everybody else and stuff. And that's all the lies that the enemy has told them to make them do what the enemy wants them to do. And he's their children. And just like any father, he speaks to their kids, to his kids. And that's what he's doing with them, manipulating them, creating this world order thing. And the world order is not that we would all be one and that we would all, be all buddies and stuff like that, and there would be world peace and all this junk. No, man, that has nothing to do with it. There's a battle coming, okay? And the battle is the Battle of Armageddon. And I know, oh no, he's so religious and he's such a freak and such a crazy guy. Yeah, we'll see, okay? I believe it. It's written, and so that's the way it is. And I got news too, God's been right about every single thing he wrote in the Bible. And he's not going to drop the ball on this last part. And it is depicted by the world to us now. Okay, it's not in the Bible. I'm not even getting this out of the Bible. I'm looking around. I got it out of the Bible, so I know what's going on. But these guys are playing it out perfect, like I said. Anyway, the enemy is getting his children to gather up everything, to group us all together, to encage us, to figure out plans to basically enslave us, that we would serve, not them, him, okay? Because there is a fight that's coming up. I mean, it reminds me of, every Easter we think of how Jesus went to the cross for us, okay? But we never think about this part of it. Every non-believer believes that, oh, Jesus didn't have to die. He was just a guy. He was so wise and stuff, but, he didn't have to die for us. We don't need that. We could just be good. Even the enemy doesn't buy that, okay? And proof of that was how hardcore he tried to stop Jesus from getting to the cross. Think about how Jesus, his path to the cross, how brutal it was, because Satan was literally trying to kill him. He didn't want him to get to the cross. And that's because Satan knew the importance of that payment, the sacrifice that needed to be done. And even when Jesus was done there, he says, it is finished. And it was. Okay? And it was at that very moment that the payment was completed. And the enemy lost out on billions and billions and billions of people. Okay? He was not happy that day. And so I think of this too. It's like these enemies that have taken over these criminals that have taken over our government. They are sitting in there and they're demonstrating their fear of a payment that's coming. I'm not putting Trump in the place of Jesus, okay, because he's just a man too, okay, but the voice coming from the enemy's children sounds very familiar, and it sounds exactly like the way they tried to stop Jesus from getting to the cross. They're trying to stop Donald Trump from becoming our president again. And I believe that it's critical that he be our president, because it's the only way we're going to get out of this train wreck, okay? We are doing the backstroke in a toilet right now. And the only way we're going to get out of it is by flushing it and getting it cleared out and cleaning up this world. Because, see, even wishing it to be what it used to be isn't good enough, because what it used to be was all this junk hidden. We don't want the old way. We want the way we thought it was back then. And the only way we're going to achieve that is by getting a president in who is like Donald Trump. Okay? He isn't a choice. He is the only choice. Because this guy is not bought. He is not paid for by anyone. He is not dependent on anybody bribing him. Okay? He's free of it, and that's why he's able to go in. And that's why the enemy is doing all he can through his kids to stop him. Because, see, it's going to be a major setback towards what the enemy is trying to do on this earth. Okay? And that's where the biblical part of it is too. We as Christians, we as believers in anything you want to believe in, we have to believe this. Okay? This guy has shown himself, Donald Trump has shown himself to be clean of all the junk that's in politics. All he wants to do is clean up this mess. And I got news for you too, okay? On a personal level for him, he needs to succeed too, which means we will succeed with him because the enemy hates him and they want to annihilate him. And he's fighting for his life and his well-being too. So in that, we come along with him. So there's many perspectives that you want to look at, but they're all good, okay? If we go where we're going now, hope is lost. But not to the Christian, okay? Hope for the non-believers is over because you guys will be shackled up. You guys will be controlled, manipulated. You'll take on the mark, and in order to eat or have a place to sleep, you'll have a chip or something manipulating your body structure to where if they want to take everything from you, they can by just computer switch. And so you're going to have to comply. You don't have a choice, okay? But through Christ, who strengthens me, who strengthens the Christians, we're all going to be delivered from that. In fact, in the book of Revelation, it says that we won't even know the person who is the Antichrist, who is raising up through all this junk. Okay, he will rise up. Okay, first it will be a time of peace, and he'll be the guy with all the answers who will deliver us from all this junk for a moment. And then he will reveal himself to be, will proclaim to be God. Okay, but he won't be. It will be Satan in this guy. And that's it. But the Christian church will be long gone. And I don't know how it all plays out. I don't know when it's going to happen. God says no man will know the time or day when we split from here. So quite frankly, when I was younger in Christ and just became a Christian, prophecy happened like a drop of water here and there. But now it's pouring out. And there are so many things that have been fulfilled. So many things that we would have thought was impossible just years ago are completely credible, and we talk about it like it's old shoe. And it's crazy, man. And we're all living on borrowed time. We're not in the last days, we're in the last moments. And if we want to prolong the time here, if any Christian wants to, we gotta think sober-mindedly. And the things we need to start realizing is this: we're gonna have to start fighting. We're gonna have to start being more boisterous. We're gonna have to be more physical, and we're gonna have to start pushing back. And we have to stop waiting for someone else to do it for us. And we have to be clear and know what we believe in, why we believe it, and see things for the way they really are, and stop trying to pretend like we don't see what we're seeing, because every time we ignore something and say, oh, it can't possibly be true, or someone will get it, no one's going to put up with that. Every time we do that, people are putting up with it, us. And it's got to be you and me pushing back. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. That's what's on my mind today. And remember, friends, you better think while it's still legal, because those days are growing short. And their fist is closing, and we're on the inside. They're going to squeeze us to death. Anyway, God bless you guys. I hope this helps you think a little more clearly. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, because see, you and I are in the same boat. And if we don't unify, we're in deep trouble. We have to stop being altogether separate and start becoming one. We have to be like-minded, and we have to push towards the same goals. And that's freedom, and it's for the Constitution. It's what we stand for. It's what America was always supposed to stand for. And now we mean it. Okay? God bless you guys. Hope to speak with you guys soon. See you soon. All right? God bless you. Peace.